Welcome back to my channel, lovely people, and welcome to all the new subscribers that I've had. It's been really lovely to receive such wonderful messages of support, both from my long-standing subscribers and everybody that's new here. So we're back to do part 2 and finish off this cute little Christmas page. Yeah, and I wanted to say thank you to everyone that commented on using the little snowflakes that I've made, and I will put those on. But I thought we'd better tackle our little mice here first. And I want each one of them to be different. So, still using the Black Widows. Let me bring the camera in so we don't have to faff with the pencils. So we're still using the Black Widows, and I have selected in darkest to lightest order. Put it in shot would help, wouldn't it? I've got Mud from the Skin range, Mahogany from the Monarch range, and Olive Brown from the Skin. So I thought we'd try this little guy over here with this tone, and I'm going to gently fill him in all over with our lightest colour, which is olive brown. So have a little olive brown mouse. So I'm just lightly filling the whole thing in, and I'm going to try and get my pencil strokes to go in the same direction as his fur. So what have you all been up to? What have you been colouring? I have to say a big thank you to Emma Colours 2020. I was thrilled to see that she'd done Tinkerbell as one of my colour alongs and posted it on Instagram, and it was so lovely to see that my colour along is being used by people. I also had another lovely lady on Instagram, I won't say her name because she might not want me to mention her, who did my black hair tutorial and easy skin tutorial with polychromos, and it looked amazing. So I was really honoured that people are actually following along, and I'm just doing a little bit in his ear where there might be a little bit of fur. So I was really honoured that people are following along my work and enjoying doing it, so it's really lovely, thank you. Right, I'm going in with Mahogany, and I'm going to follow Ruth's concentrating, sorry folks, Ruth's little pencil lines that indicate fur. So I'm just doing tiny little flicks. Just over where Ruth has given us those lines that show fur. Like that. He's a cute little guy, isn't he? Okay, I might need to turn my page. Just make sure you stay in shot, just so I can flick these little... So I've got quite a sharp pencil. I've made sure that it's got a good point on it, just so that we get this little indication here of fur going on. Okay, so that was our medium colour. Oh, there's a little tiny bit of tree there I've missed. How annoying. Okay, now we're going in with Mud, which is our darkest, and I'm just going to deepen up some of those areas. Again, just using light flicks of the pencil. Under his little eye. I'll put some more in his ear roll. It's got to have a fluffy ear. And so yeah, just literally following Ruth's lines. Might deepen him up a little bit down here around his scarf for a bit of shadow. I don't want to go too mad with it. Then we can work backwards. Go back to mahogany. Fill any bits that you feel need a little bit more. So a bit more around here. A little dark patch there, look, around his ear. And obviously you can play as long as you want until you get happy, till you are happy with your image, not till you get it happy. Olive brown, and then I'm just going to, this was our original pale colour, and I'm just going to very lightly blend all that in. Going to extend round his little whiskers and round his lip. Isn't he cute? The lightest colour around his ear. There. There, I think he looks really cute. Okay, now I've got some pinks to give us for his little ear, a little bit round his whiskers and his little nose. And I've got 4 colours. And here we are. Okay, how's it going to focus? I'll lift it up a little bit. So we've got Bliss from the Monarch range, Blush from the Skin, Light Pink from the Monarch range, and Ice Cream from the Monarch range. Now I'm going to keep out Bliss for the time being because that's our darkest, and I'm going to go in with Blush, and just round the bottom where we've put that fur in, I might need to use the darker colour, we'll just see how it goes. I'm just going to put that blush in. And then go in with, well, go in with light pink. And then the Ice Cream. Beautiful colour, this one. Okay, I'm going to try going back in with our blush, and if I don't think that's pink enough, I'm going to add a tiny bit of that. I'm going to add a tiny bit of Bliss, which is our brightest pink, just round the hair that we've put in, and a little bit up here. Here we go. And then I'm going to take, this is why I get all in a fluster with these pencils. I'm going to take the light pink, no, I'm going to take the blush and just deepen that up. There. And then the Ice Cream, just to help blend that through. There. So he's got a little pink ear roll, and I'm going to add blush to his nose and a little bit round here, just because we can. Then I'm going to go in with light pink. Oh, that's my post-it note of all the colours I've used. Sorry about that. And then I'm going to take the Bliss, which is our darkest, and just give it a little bit of colour at the bottom. And a little bit in his mouth. There. Cute, huh? Isn't he adorable? So there's the first one. His tail I'm probably going to do in this, all their tails I'm going to do in this pink fleshy colour, because I think it looked cute. Right, now we've done those. Now we've got some greys. We've got another brown. Let's do another brown one over here. Let's this little lady be brown. Okay, so we've got in darkest to lightest order, I've got that black from the Black Widow range. I've got Huntsman, then I've got Foxy Brown, and then I've got Dark Tan from the Scorpion range. Okay, so I'm going to take the lightest colour, which is Dark Tan, and I'm going to colour gently in the direction of the fur. Can you see? Let me just move you over and make sure I don't lose you. So it's been pretty uneventful here, which is good. My leg is slowly getting better. It's still quite painful and swollen, but it's by no means what it was. So I'm hoping to be able to return to work as soon as possible. I think I've got the final checkup at the hospital. I've got the final checkup at the hospital today, and then I should be discharged. God willing, they think it's okay. Do a little bit around here, around her whiskers. There. So that's our lightest colour. And then we're going to go in with Foxy Brown. And as we did on this little fella, we're going to do small, gentle flicks. Can you see what I'm doing? Is my hand in the way? Small, gentle flicks. A bit more colour around her eye. This is a bit more of a reddy tone. I'm just deepening up round where our hat will be. Tiny little flicks in there. Oh, she's cute. I don't want my hand to be in the way of what I'm doing. It's very hard. There we go. We'll go round up here with the middle colour. And we'll put some fur in her ear roll. There we go. Bit of shadow down there. So lots of tiny little flicks. There. Okay. Then we'll go in with our darkest colour, which is Huntsman. Right, now let's get that where we want the real deep shadow. We'll put in the Huntsman. So particularly around her little hat. But making sure, let's move over this way, making sure that we're still keeping those, the direction of the fur, by putting the little flicks in there. Okay, so she's got a bit of shadow. Then we've got our deepest parts here, around her lovely little eye. And I'm just trying to make sure that you can see that my hand isn't in the way of everything. Around there. So it's up to you to play with, really. It depends on how dark you want your little mouse. Came out odd. I just wanted all three to be slightly different. We need a bit of diversity for people. Diversity, it's good. Okay, and we're going to go back to our lightest colour, which was dark tan. And just fill in the top of that ear roll. And just come down slightly with that. So there's shadow there. Okay, then we're going to go back to our pink combinations. Now I am going to go straight in with the blush because we needed it last time. I definitely think we'll need it again. So I'm going in with blush. There. Then we're going to go in with that. Sorry, that wasn't blush. That was Bliss. This is blush. Blend that in. Then in with light pink. I'm wondering whether to even put the ice cream on this one. We'll see in a second. Yeah, I don't think I will. I think I'll leave it off actually. I'm going to add a little bit more of the Bliss. Just around where our darkest areas are, over that where we put that base coat of. And then back in with the blush, just round that, make sure that it blends in. There, little cute ear roll. And mustn't forget the little nose. So I'm going to put the darkest pink there. Same on the lips. Darkest pink at the base, and we'll go in with the blush. Put a little bit round our whiskers. To meet that dark tan that we'd put in. And then a little bit on her little lip down there. And then I'm going to get the ice cream and just make sure she's got a little bit of, blend that out. Ah, one cute little lady. Very cute. Right, now, the middle one, I think I'm going to do him grey. And we've got quite an array of pencils here. So I've got 4 pencils. I just have to look at the leads. Yeah. Just to make sure that they're in the right order for you. So from darkest to lightest, flat black from the Cobra range, Monarch Coal, Monarch Medium Grey and Monarch Shadow. So I'm going to move my stuff out the way and lay them in order because I'm bound to get in a muddle, you know what I'm like. Right, so we're going to take the shadow and again following the fur lines that we've been given, I'm going to fill it in that direction. So this is our very lightest colour. The new greys in the Monarch set are beautiful, because there wasn't an awful lot of choice grey wise before the Monarch set came out, but they've got some lovely colours. So this is quite, it's like a French grey, a pale French grey in the Prism set. So we'll do a little bit around our whiskers. They're just adorable, these images, and I'm loving colouring Christmas. So I'm looking forward to our advent calendar coming up soon. That won't be long. I'm going to put the pale around the top of the ear. And I haven't put the light on there, it shouldn't be on there, because she stood in front of it. So it wouldn't actually have, wouldn't actually have the shadow on it. Okay, so that's our lightest grey, put that back in order. Then we're going to go in with our medium grey from the Monarch set. and start picking out that fur. We will go in a little bit darker. In places like we've done with the other mice. This is such a cute one. I love these little reddy brown ones. Like I say, since I got the monarchs, I've really reconnected with the black widows, and I'd forgotten just how beautiful they are to colour with. They respond particularly well to this Amazon paper. And as long as you're light and you take your time, the layers will build up. It will take some layering. Not a great deal, so you have to be quite careful, but yeah, they're just they work well on Amazon paper. I'll tell you what else they work well in is the Rita Berman books. They work beautifully in those. Right, we're going in with coal now, so we're getting darker, so you do need to be a bit careful, because this is like a really very dark grey, as is the flat black. So I'm going to do around the bottom of her ear. And round here. And then I'm going to move you round slightly just so I can get to it without my hand in the way. I'm going to deepen up just carefully round where her little hat sits. There. So we've got a nice bit of shadow where her hat goes. And then, like the rest, we're going to pick out the dark spaces in little flicks. I'm going to do round her eye. Like that. And round here. I'm going to have to put some more in. I don't want it to end up looking like a raccoon. There we go. Okay, and then we've got the final colour, which you need to be extremely careful with, is the Cobra's flat black. So I'm going in with that fur around her ear and just in the very darkest spots. And it should just lift out those little spaces where it's meant to be darker. And stop her looking like a raccoon. Okay, I've got some around here. And then I'm going to go back in with, as we've done with all the other ones, with shadow, our lightest colour, and flick that through again. Should just help to blend all those lovely colours together. Isn't she beautiful? Then we go back to our pinks. So, Bliss, I'm going to put her on the bottom of her nose. And we've got her mouth open here, so I'm going to use the flat black again and just deepen that up. Right, so we've done the what colour did I say, Bliss. Then we go to blush, put that on her little nose like that, and then we'll do the same with her tongue. So right at the back where we've got the darkest, we'll put that, and this is blush, a little bit of blush on her little lip, and a little bit of blush around her whiskers. And then we're just I'm gonna go back in and deepen up her tongue with that pink, which was the Bliss and the blush. And then I'm going to take the coal that we used and just deepen that up even further. There. Right, I want a little bit more colour around her little whiskers. Her lip. There. Cute. Very cute. So the tails, let's do a tail. I'm going to do in the pink tones that we've got, and I think I'm going to add a little bit of olive brown. You're there. So I'm going to use the olive brown very lightly, and I'm just going to run down the inside of the tail. Okay, then over that I'm going to go in with the Bliss, which is the darkest of our pinks, just lightly over that, and bringing it out a little bit further. It's quite fiddly. Okay, and then we're going to go in with blush, go over all of that. And then in with light pink over this side, and just fill that rest in. Okay, and then take the ice cream just for good measure and give it a good blend. Take out any harsh lines that we did have. There. A mousy, fleshy looking tail. I like it. Okay. I'm going to go off and finish the tails off camera now, and then I'm going to try and work out what outfits they're going to wear, and we'll put it together. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I've finished all the lovely little fleshy tails. And I went back over his fur a little bit just to give it a little bit more depth. Now, I've thought hard about the colours that I want to use for the clothes of the mice. And you know what? I cannot get beyond the front cover. And the reason for that is because there's so many beautiful Christmas colours. Greens and reds is what you traditionally see at Christmas. And I really like traditional. So I'm thinking that I'm not going to mess with it. I'm thinking I am going to do it in the colours that the front cover has, just my version of it. I hope you think that's okay. I just can't move beyond this beautiful image. So I'm just going to do it in my own way, in Lucy style. So I've got 4 very similar reds, from darkest to lightest. I have got, let me bring the camera in so we're not faffing. I have got, whoa, steady on there camera. Blood Diamond from the Cobra, Deep Red from the Cobra, Ladybug from the Black Widow set, and Fire from the Cobra even. All really beautiful colours. Okay, I have to lay these in order because they're all black and I'll get in a muddle. Okay, so I'm going to take my lightest colour, which is Fire, and we're going to start on this beautiful little lady over here. And as per usual, I'm going to colour in just lightly with Fire. And it's just so I can get that wax base down on the paper, and then from there we can start building up the colour. So let's do round here. So while I was umming and ahhing and faffing over colours to choose, and the reason I went for it is went for the same as the front cover is just, like I say, because she's used such traditional lovely Christmas colours, and I really don't want to mess the image up in terms of it not looking, I want them to look like little carol singers. So yeah, anyway, while I was faffing about with colours and trying not to mess it up with colours that would look stupid, I was thinking about what I'd said previously in the video, and that Emma Colours 2020 and this other lovely lady on Instagram that had coloured my work, that had followed my tutorial, and I couldn't quite grasp it. You know, I feel so honoured that there are people out there following my work, and I feel really, I don't know, it's so excited and overwhelmed. You know, I was a bit teary, if I'm honest, and I hadn't mentioned it enough, and I just want to thank you if you're watching and you're colouring along, to see your work recreated by somebody else is just a really magical feeling. And I've been doing YouTube since March, I think it was March I started, March this year, and I'm really beginning to feel like I've got a connection with you guys, and that is so lovely. So I've just done the top half. I'm going to go in now with Ladybug, which, no I'm not, I do apologise, bear with me, I'm being stupid. I'm going in with Blood Diamond from the Cobra range, which is our darkest colour. I'm just going to give it a bit of a sharpen. I need a bit of a point here. Okay. So this is our darkest colour, and I'm going to go in where there would be shadow. So, move you up a little bit. Round the little creases of our arm. Now I will have to go back in and darken this up, but let's just get it where we think it should go. I'm going to do a little bit round where the fur meets the coat. Maybe a little bit round there. How about that? Okay, so that's our darkest. Then we're going to work our way in. So now I want deep red, and I know it's looking a little rough at the moment, but just bear with me. And I'm going back over that dark red and bringing it out a little bit further. There we go. And the next colour is Ladybug. Yeah, that's right. Filling it in and bringing it out a little further. And then the lightest colour again is Back to Fire. And I'm going to fill in the gaps that we haven't filled in. There we go. And then start again. So back to Blood Diamond. Fill in that again. Then back to Deep Red. So yeah, thank you for everyone that commented on the little snowflakes that I'd made. I am going to try and find a link for Amazon. I got mine from Hobbycraft in the UK, but I'm going to try and find a link on Amazon for the little snowflake punches and see if I can link it down below. If I find that link, obviously it will be in the description box for you. There, I'm quite happy with that. I might just deepen it up again. There we go. So that's one sleeve. Let's do the other one together again. So, darkest colour. Yeah, I'll try and find it. There must be one for sale on Amazon, there's got to be. And I'll try and find it and link it, so that if you want to go at making your own little embellishments, then you can. I'll tell you something else I've got as well. If you want to see a demonstration of it, put them in order, Lucy, or you're getting a mess. I've got a little sticker maker, which doesn't require any electric. And basically you could print non-copyright images, folks. Print them out, and you literally just run it through this little machine, you pull it through by hand, and you have stickers. So if you want a demonstration of that, let me know and I'll do a video for you. It's called a Xyron Sticker Maker. It's the one I have, and it's absolutely brilliant. Of course, when you first get it, you go a bit sticker happy, and I wanted to make stickers out of everything. I brought it when I was diamond painting to label my boxes so that I didn't lose the diamond codes. And then the other day, when I was looking through my drawer for something, I thought, oh my gosh, because you know I ruined my Maria Troll book. It was absolutely heartbreaking. And where I was ill and I was trying to sit here doing colouring because I wanted to, but obviously it was uncomfortable. I decided I was going to use some watered down acrylic paint for an image, and I had it on this little plate here that I keep all my paper tortillions on. I had the paint in that, and I don't really know what happened. I moved, I flinched or whatever, and the black watered down, and it was quite watery, acrylic paint went all over the cover page of my, you know, the name page of my brand new Maria Troll book. Of course, I swiped at it and grabbed it, and as I did, tipped the page, and it went over the page, the second page that I had just coloured. Oh my God, I was devastated, people. Absolutely devastated. And I cried. But instead of having a usual Lucy tantrum, I obviously had to leave the page, let it dry, and then I had to really think about what I was going to do to rescue this poor page, because there was no way I was going to let that book go to waste. and I really didn't want to order another one. I'd just spent quite a bit of money on my haul, and I wanted to focus on Christmas stuff. You know, I've promised this calendar and all those lovely things that we're going to do together over Christmas. And oh, of course, the other colour along that people want to see, that was in the Little Night Before Christmas book. So I was so upset. So I left it, I let it dry out, I walked away, and instead of ripping it out like I would normally in a tantrum, I decided that I was going to have to walk away from it and think very carefully about what I was going to do to manage this page. And unfortunately, I could not save the nameplate page. It was gone. There was no good even trying. It was plastered in it, and it had gone over the image. So that was upsetting. However, what I did do was glued those two pages together, giving me back my the next page, if you get what I mean, the one that I'd coloured in. I cut that out and stuck those two pages together, and then put another piece of paper over the top so it covered the black up. And then, because the page colour wasn't the same as Maria's, I did a chalk background over it, quite a bright chalk background, and then I ordered a little bit of like sort of lunar space type washi tape, and I stuck the edge of that page to the next page so it wouldn't come out the book. Sounds very complicated, and it wasn't really. It just needed me not to be so upset and emotive about it to be able to see what I could do. And actually, although I haven't got the nameplate page anymore, I've managed to rescue it, and I'm pleased with how it's turned out. So yeah, anyway, gosh, that was a long way round telling you about this sticker maker. So I was rummaging through my drawers trying to look for some inspiration on rescuing this poor page, and stumbled across this sticker maker that I haven't really used since diamond painting. And I was thinking about the snowflakes and the embellishments and things for this, and I thought, oh my gosh, do you know what, sometimes you make tiny little mistakes in pages and you just wish that you could cover that up somehow. Well, I do a lot of fluff ups, and I'm quite honest with you, you've seen my colouring book collection, all the pages that I've done that have gone wrong, and sometimes it'd just be nice to go, oh my god, I fluffed that up, let me stick something over it. And voila, page rescued. So yeah, let me know if you want to have a look at it. It is really clever, really handy little device. There's quite a few on Amazon, different brands and different makes, but I'll more than willingly go through that with you. Right, there's the first half of our little coat done. What do you think? She might need a few more dark layers, just to deepen that up. Gosh, I waffled on then, didn't I? Yeah. Sorry. But yeah, oh my gosh. I don't know, 6 months ago, that page would have been torn out. And I'd been like, I'll stuff it, that's it, have a tantrum, and I would have ripped it out. But because of everybody's lovely comments on this, in this community, my confidence has really boosted, and I decided to woman up and take charge and rescue it. And I'm so pleased that I did. Right, let's do her little hat. So again, we're going to go in with fire, and we're going to coat it in fire. To be very careful now, don't want to get that little pom-pom in. Just look, it looks black and white again on my LCD screen. Nice light coat of fire. Right, back to Blood Diamond, which is our darkest. And we're going to find where we know that there would be shadow. So where the hat would be at its darkest. That'd be all round in here. Definitely up here, where that little crease is. And round behind where the fur's going to go. Bring it up a little bit there. Okay, Blood Diamond. Now we're going to use deep red. And as we did before, I'm going to go around that. Bring that out a bit. Then we're going to use Ladybug. I'm going to leave that bit. Bring that out. We'll just go a touch there. And then take our fire and fill that in. So I ordered 2 books, one from Japan and one from South Korea. I ordered Forest Girl, I don't have any of those, and I was watching somebody's haul video. I can't remember whose it was. Was it a haul video, or it might have been a colour along? Oh, it was it Vicky? I can't remember. And I ordered it months ago now, and I keep tracking it. And it still says it's at the international... Oh, it still gives me the flight number, but it's been giving me the flight number for like the last week. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I know things are delayed. So I'm desperately waiting on that one. And I'm waiting on Kanoko Agusa's new book, Symphony of Cute Animals. I love her work, and I can't wait to get my little sticky paws on it. So very excited about that. Do we need to do the other half of her coat together? I think you get the drift. I don't think I need to faff around on camera with that, do I? I don't want the video to be too long, and I definitely want to make sure that I've finished it for you today. So I will go off and finish the rest of the red, and then we'll decide what other bits that we need to have. Oh look, we could do this. The little candy canes. No, we'll do it when we finish, otherwise I'll smudge it. The books we're going to do in... We could do those actually. I'm going to do those in... You know the really light brown that we had? Which one was it? I just want to check. There's that one or that one. Which one was it? I think it was definitely not Foxy Brown. That's too dark. Oh, was it that one? Was it Olive Brown? I think. Yeah. I'm going to do the books in Olive Brown. Straight colouring. Because they've all got the same books. I might deepen that up with a bit of shade in a minute. Avoiding obviously the little holly. Gosh, it's fiddly. So that will be like that. Then I'm going to use Fang Green to do the, with a very sharp point, to do the holly. What is that? Looks like it might be a little bow there. they're now green, and go over the carol. That can be green. It's like a little wreath. Then we're going to use the blood diamond and colour in the little berries. And why not, we'll have red. I think that's a little ribbon. So we'll have red there too. And then we'll use the deep red just to add a little contrast. It won't show up much, but there. So that's how I'm going to do the books. Right, we will do the candy cane. Just need to, I can't leave it like that, folks, it looks awful. We'll do a little bit of shading here. On the bottom. And of course, if you want to deepen that up, you can. Using, you know, you could use some of the other browns that I'd used. But I think that looks quite sweet. Okay, right, I'm going to go off, finish her dress, colour in the book, the other Carol book, and his book, and we'll meet back up when I've finished that, and we'll decide on the other little outfits, what colours I'm going to use. See you in a second. Okay folks, we're really beginning to get there now. Look, the page is coming together. Now I have to say, on the little books it bugged me that there was no shading and it was just straight colouring. So I took mahogany and I just gave the edges a little bit of colour. That's all I did, was just put a little bit of mahogany around the edges of the books, just to lift it a little bit. It bugged me. I don't know why. Okay, so we need to focus on the this little coat. Now on the front cover it's a Christmas green, as is his trousers. So my version is going to be obviously a little different to that, and I'm going to use the colours, some of the colours that we used in the tree itself. So I've got 5 here, but we may not use them all. So if I bring you in so we can focus on the little jacket, and then you'll be able to see the pencils that I've chosen without a load of fuss. And so I've got the Fang Green from the Black Widow set. I've got Olive Green from the Scorpion set. I will get my great big fat thumb out of the way in a second. I've got Leaf Green from the Monarch set. I've got Apple Green from the Monarch set, and I've got, just in case, Poison, also from the Monarch set. That might give us just a little bit of blending opportunity. So I hope this works and it doesn't look hideous, otherwise I'm stuffed. So maybe what I might do actually then is start with the little guy's trousers, so that if it doesn't look so good, it's not such a big part of the picture. So like we did before, I'm going to go in with Apple, and I'm going to gently baste his trousers. There we are. So he's got a bit of apple green. Don't they look disgusting? I'm a 70s baby. And everything I seem to have, my favourite colour has always been pink, but everything I seem to have was brown or green, and it was obviously a big trending thing, but oh my god, I hate it. And then I went to secondary school and the uniform was green, bottle green, dark green. No thank you. So that's, we've basted with Apple. I'm going to put that back in order. We're going to go in with our very darkest colour, which is Fang Green. And this is going to give us, like we did with the dress and the hat, this is going to give us our shadows. I hope. I hope this doesn't turn out awful. So I'm just following the lines and bringing it out a little further. I'm going to go round here. And round the top of his trousers where it's gathered up, and we need a little bit underneath the fur on his jacket. Oh, you see? I'm not going to resharpen it, I'm going to use it because this fan green I've used a lot of, I like it. It's great for trees. So if I can get away without sharpening it, I will. I'm going to have to replace some of these very shortly, these Black Widows. I've used them quite a lot because they are so lovely. A bit more around there, not too much, and a little bit under his jacket. Now I'm thinking, at the moment, maybe the apple green is a little too bright as a blending colour for these. But we'll see, we'll bring it in and we'll see. If not, we'll find a more olivey green tone. So I've got olive green from the Scorpion range. And I'm just going to give it a quick sharpen. There we are. Sorry, apologies. That's notifying me that people's videos have come up for me to watch. Okay. Yeah, I'm really not liking the apple green in the centre. So we may have to change that. We'll just keep going and we'll see what happens. But I think it's going to be too bright. So I'm going to fill in. Gosh, I was just checking. I thought you'd gone off camera then. I'm going to fill in quite a bit of his trousers with this olive green. Okay, come up there. Right, then the next one I've got is leaf green. Let's try that. So I'm just going to come back in. There's not too much difference in colour with these. So I've just done that very lightly. See, I hate that. I think it looks awful. Personally, I think I should have swapped those, so let me try that. I'm going to go in with the leaf green around the edge of that fan green. Did we use? Yeah, around the edge of the fan green. So I'm going over the leaf green because this is darker and I've got them in the wrong order because I'm an idiot. But no harm done. That's why it looks so hideous. There we go. And then we're going to put in the olive green. Is olive green? Yeah. No, I think that would have worked okay had I have not fluffed up the colour order. So let's just go back in a bit with the deeper colour. Reshade it. So after a long haul with hospital appointments and dressings and whatever else, I'm hoping that this week I will be discharged and I will be going back to work on Monday. So that's fabulous news. You know, to be back to normal will be great. It's been long enough now. And although my leg still keeps swelling, it's not as tender as it was. Well, if it stops swelling, then, you know, we'll be set. Okay. That's a shame that I messed those colours up. And that's the only drawback to the Black Widows, is that it's very easy to get your colours mixed up. The older Black Widows, that is. I hope when they what I'm trying to say is I hope that in future they would redo the Black Widows, the Scorpions and the Cobras with the dipped end. That would be amazing. Right, let's go back to this little guy here. This little guy's leg here. Now we did the fan green around the edge already. I'm just going to deepen that up a bit. And then I'm going in with leaf green to blend out that dark. And then it's olive green. There we go. So that would have been what the original one would have looked like. Let me try and blend that middle bit out with a little bit of poison and see if I can lighten it. I wonder if a bit of yellow might. But then I'm faffing and I'll spoil it, so it's just one leg. There we go, that's lightening it up a little bit. I'm not happy with it and I apologise that I got them in the wrong order, I'm sorry. It's very frustrating. But I think I've got away with it. What do you think? I don't know. So just let me reiterate that order. It's fan green, then it's leaf green, and then it is olive green. That's the order in which I want them, so that you get that desired effect. But using that using poison does seem to have lifted that dark area a bit. But I don't want to keep faffing with it too much because it is Amazon paper and I might go through. Okay, it's a shame, never mind. Right, so we've decided that olive green now is our lightest colour. So let's go in and fill this little lady's dress in. Let's see if I can do it without magnificently fluffing it up. Okay, so we've got the olive green down. So, tell me, folks, I'm obsessed now with Christmas and wintry snow scenes. I followed the wonderful Karen from Zucchini Kitty, or Zucchini Kitty's channel, and she did just a very simple, the other day, pine cone in the Winter book by Rita Berman, and I followed it and did it along with her. And I'm obsessed with colouring winter images. So tell me, you know, you've just seen my haul. Is there any winter or Christmassy books out there that you can recommend that I can look for? Now, I love grayscale, make sure you're in the image, or slightly grayscaled images. I like what was I going to say? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of mandalas. However, I do like Joanna's Christmas, which I've just purchased. But I do like things that are a bit different. Ones that, you know, aren't the popular books out there, if that makes any sense. Do you know what I mean? Ones that we're not used to seeing. I like to see different art. That's probably why I spend a lot of time over on Etsy looking for new art inspiration. But tell me, please, if there's any books out there that you think, oh, I think Lucy would like that. I think you're kind of getting to know my style, that I like traditional, and let's just fill this in, why not? I like traditional pictures, but I also like, you know, things that are a little bit weird, like Mystic Art Mirrors, although they're beautiful. I wouldn't say they're weird, they're different. I like, what's his, Bennett Klein. I like Bennett Klein's pictures. Now, some of his are really odd, but I do like his work. So, you know, if there are any books out there that you can recommend for me for winter pictures, or indeed any other fantastical colouring books that you could not live without, or you've just found and you think they're wondrous, please let me know in the comments, because I'd love to know what you guys are colouring and what you enjoy, but also then maybe at some point I can bring those to the channel too, which would be really nice. It's lovely to have your input, like we did with the snowflakes that we're going to put on the background. So yeah, so do let me know, that would be lovely. It's nice to feel that when I'm speaking that I know people are listening and are joining in with me. Yeah, so do let me know. That would be really exciting, because I do watch a lot of like you guys, I expect, people's colouring book collections and stuff like that, and you do find some really beautiful ones in there, but equally they're the same kind of popular books that everybody has, and it'd be really nice to have something different for us. I would like that very much. So if one pops up to mind, yeah, bung it in the comments and let's see what we can do with it. Okay, so that was our fan green. Now we're going in with leaf green. Such a pretty colour, this leaf green. And blends so well with that dark. A little winter coat, bless her. And we'll do over here. And then we're going to take the, I'm just making sure, I'm saying them out loud to you, making sure that I've got them in the right order. Olive green. And we can go back in and deepen it up in a minute. So what we need is more of the, I'm going to sharpen it, more of the leaf green. Okay, so we're going to deepen up that leaf green, bring it out into the olive. There we are. Just fade that out into the olive. That's quite cute. Back in with the olive. There we go. And then I'm going to, even though I haven't messed it up, I am going to put this poison just over where I want to lighten up certain bits. And it also helps to blend and get rid of those white speckles in the paper. Okay, we haven't done this one. Put the olive in here. Okay, I think that one's covered quite nicely. I hope it looks okay from what you can see. I hate colouring with green. Now you know why, this 70s baby thing. Okay, right. So, fan green, and I'm going to follow the lines of her coat here. I really should sharpen it, but it already is quite dinky compared to the others. Okay, round her collar, make that stand out. I want to go round her buttons. Bit of shade where our buttons are. And there. Okay, let's go for it. Go down onto the dress part. That's the coat divide, so I want that really quite dark. A little bit of shading here. Some more shading here. There. Now she looks really odd. Okay, now we go in with the leaf green, don't we? Yes, we do. Alright, leaf green, a little bit around her collar. There we go. Leaf green here. So basically just following where we've put the fan green. Bringing it out so that we can blend in that olive. Just deepening it up. So when you go in quite lightly with this, it's very similar to the olive, so we could have got away with just using probably the one pencil and then just lessening off the pressure. A little bit around there. Okay, bottom part of the dress, coat. Alright. We will go back in and deepen all this up so that we can see the contrast between all the colours. It's looking to me like those little bits that are left at the front will be where the lightest part of her coat would be. So like that, keeping that bit like it's bunched up in front, keeping that bit light. There we go. Alright, let's try... Oh, hang on, I think I need to deepen it round there, that's for sure. Let's try putting the olive in now. Right, olive. So we're just covering up where I put that apple in. Didn't like it. Okay. A bit there I haven't filled in. There we are. Nearly there. Okay, what I'm going to do is take that poison and I'm going to enhance those light bits that I wanted. And it helps to blend out that on this paper. And they blend really well. Could use a white if I wanted to, but that kind of makes it milky. So I'm going to go back in. I'm not going to use the dark, I'm going to go back in with our leaf green. I don't think we needed any more dark on there. I'll just bring out that leaf green. Underneath our little carol singing book. That's better. It's just getting enough of that this colour, leaf green, down for it to have that contrast. There we are, it's coming now. Just getting a bit worried there for a minute. Oh no. Lucy, you've fluffed up a halfway through colouring tutorial. You're going to have to reorder the book and hope that Amazon deliver it quick. No, I wouldn't do that. I would leave it on camera and tell you that I've done it, like we did with the trouser there. Because it happens to all of us. Even Zucchini Kitty was saying that on one of her pictures that I was watching her do, that she'd accidentally messed a bit up, but she just kept going. There is like a scratch in the paper there, which I can see through the colouring. So I'm wondering if I take my little Derwent stump, make sure it's clean, of course. And just scrub it off on a piece of paper. And I'm just wondering if I go over that. No, it's not going to come out. Go over that. Leave it, Lucy. Goodness sake. Okay, little green coat, dark green trousers. Can you see the scratch on the page? It's right up there, and it's annoying. And I might as well do it on camera than do it on my own, so that you can all tell me off for faffing. I just feel like I need to smooth this coat out a little bit. There. Leave her alone, Lucy. She's got a coat on, she's warm enough, you don't need to mess her up. Okay, right, I'm going to go back off camera and then I'm going to select the colours that we need for the hats. Oh, his coat, what's his coat? His coat is blue. Okay, alright, I'm going to go off camera and select the colours that I can. Let's come out so you can see the whole thing, everything we're doing. And I'll meet you back. We can finish we can do the scarves, and we've got to do the little bit of her dress down here, and then obviously his coat, and we'll stick on our snowflakes and we'll have a beautiful Christmassy picture. Alright folks, see you in a second. Okay folks, so I've had a play around and I think I'm ready. I think. So we should be able to, in this bit, do the coat and the scarves and the mittens. So let's give that a shot. Let's have a look at the front cover. So he's got a blue coat with a tan edging and collar and a dark red scarf. So let's try. Okay, let's get you down in on him and then we'll get started. It may be a little close. I'm just gonna zoom out slightly. There we go. Alright, so 3 colours. Let's just hope this works this time and I get them in the right order. I have got Ocean, which is the Monarch. This is the lightest. Blue Horizon is the middle, which is the Scorpion. and Storm Blue, which is a monarch. So I'm going to go in with the lightest. So traumatic, folks. Light colour. And then we'll nearly be there. I picked this picture because I thought, although the tree looked quite involved, that it wouldn't take us too long to put it together. That it wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't take that long to do a tutorial on it for you. I was wrong. The fact that I couldn't get over the front cover didn't help, because I really wanted to do it in my own colours, but the front cover's so delicious that I couldn't get over that. That didn't help. But I suppose part of the battle is finding the colours, isn't it? And as long as I can look back and think, oh, I like that, you know, even if it's not my own colouring, my own colour choice, sorry, it is my own colouring. Just going around those candy canes carefully. That's the whole point, isn't it? Is that we enjoy it, and I really honestly don't think if I had changed the colours of this image that I would like it so much, that I'd be as pleased. I don't think anybody's going to notice the fluffed up trousers. It's only you and me that know. No one's going to know. Alright, we've got that base of the palest blue down. Now I'm going to go in with the dark, which is our Storm Blue, as we did before, and I'm going to put our shadow in. So this is a very dark blue. In fact, I think we used Storm Blue in the sky, didn't we? If I'm correct. Can't remember now. This has taken a couple of days to put together, in between hospital visits and having to stop because I'm uncomfortable and whatnot. It's taken much longer than I thought it would, but I'm enjoying it. It's the first image of Christmas that I've coloured. I love Christmas. Christmas images, I love them. I'm not so sure where we'll all be this Christmas, whether all our families will be able to get together. I don't know, it's a very worrying time. Okay, tiny bit up here. And I'm going to leave that for a minute. We can go back in, can't we? Right, the next colour is Blue Horizon, which is Scorpion. So let's go in with that. It's a pretty blue. I'm not sure I'd want to be seen out with a blue coat and dark green trousers. Not those trousers anyway. That would be quite dark in there. Okay. I hope you've enjoyed it. Our first Christmas. I do try and keep things as our first Christmas picture, and I do try and keep things as simple as I can. I mean, this is how I colour, so I might spend a little bit more time than I do in a tutorial, because I worry about the video being too long. But this is what I do. This is it. Pick colours that go together and blend them in. End of. Right, I'm just going to turn the page. Right, now I think, the dark to go around his pocket. So I want that dark around there. We'll phase that out a bit. Up around there. And then we'll start to bring this little shape in, so we can go back over with our lightest colour. So I'm putting less pressure on the blue horizon and just letting it fill out. There we go. Right, let's try that. We're going with the blue horizon. Oh, sorry, no, it's ocean. I do apologise. Ocean. See? I get myself in such a pickle. We'll just fill those patches in. And then, as we've done before, we'll go back over and deepen up what's needed. So I'm hoping, it's the 23rd now. I think I started this on the 25th. On the 21st, or was it the 20th? I can't remember now. I don't know, I do say back at the beginning of the video. I'm hoping that we will get another colour along in before the end of the month, in the night before Christmas, because I know that was another requested book. And then of course the Advent Calendar challenge will start, where I want to do Countdown to Christmas with you. So we'll do our Advent Calendar from the Colour in Heaven Cutesy Christmas. I'm just going to deepen back up now. Yeah. So we'll have a colour along every single day from the 1st of December up until and including the 24th, Christmas Eve. So we'll be right there together counting down the days, and that would just be wonderful. I'm so excited about it. And there's 2 little calendars in the book, so I'm hoping, because they're such teensy little images, that we'll be able to do both the calendars on the same night. So I'm just deepening this up. Very exciting stuff. Countdowns to Christmas. I mean, even if we can't be with all our friends and family this Christmas, it's time at home, isn't it? It's time to relax, reflect. Do the things we love. And most of us, if we've got internet, I know it's not the same and it's no comparison, but we can FaceTime people, you know, video calls and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, that we're lucky in a way, because we've got options that other generations wouldn't have had. Still very sad, but there we are. Fingers crossed for these vaccines, eh? Right. I've brought that darker colour right in. A bit more. Press down harder to fill in that space. There, how cute is that? Very cute. And anywhere that I think needs a bit more blending, I'm just using the lightest blue. I'm wondering whether I wish I'd done her a coat in blue now, but no, never mind. Right, what was that pale brown? We had olive brown from the skin set, and for the time being, his little collar, we're just going to add the tan to his collar because he's got a dark brown, and his buttons. So we're just going to add that, and then like the books I'll go in with mud and just give that a tone up. These little buttons. Okay, and we're going with mahogany from the Monarch range, and we'll just add a little bit of definition on them, so around the outsides, so they don't look completely flat. And then I'm going to go around the outsides of these. I don't want it to look like his fur, just so the edges are darker, like that. I'll take it again, the olive brown, and just blend back over that, so it's darker than him. There we are. And I think we'll do the same for his little shoes. So we're on fire, folks. Are you in shot? Yes. We're getting there now. Look at that. One little brogue. Look a little bit like Kicker's shoes. Remember Kicker's? I used to love Kicker's shoes and clothes. Back in with the mahogany. And we'll just put a little bit of shading to bring that out. A little bit darker there. And then back in with the olive brown. Just deepen that up. There. A nice little pair of brogues that are also brown. I hate brown. I don't actually. As an adult now, I like the colour for colouring books and things, but it certainly has put me off wearing brown. And at the moment in my wardrobe I can't think of anything that I've got that's brown, to be fair. There we go. So all that's left on that little dude to do is his scarf. We'll come back to that in a minute because I've separated the colours out, and I don't want to I don't want to mess them up. So I want to look at this little lady's scarf. Right, I'm just gonna. Oh my goodness! I must have the entire pencil case of. Move it in shot so you can see it. Must have the entire pencil case of Black Widows out on my desk where I've been testing colours, and I'm going to sharpen them because we need a good point for these, for her scarf. Okay, so if we look on the front, her little scarf is plaid, and she's got cream, red and green, so quite straightforward, she says. So I've selected these colours we've used before, but I'm just bringing in the cream. So we've got cream, olive green and deep red. So deep red is Cobra, olive green Scorpion and cream is from the Monarch range. So everywhere there's not stripes, I'm just checking that I'm right. Everywhere that there's not a stripe, I'm going to put cream in. Just lightly. Right, that somebody just turned up. Give me 2 minutes, guys. Right, guys, I know this is not the video clip you were expecting at the end here. However, I have filmed this colouring page over 2.5 days, I think. And when I edited it to put it together as a finished piece, it was more than 2 hours long. So what I'm going to do is split the video right now. So this is the end of part 2, and then I'll go into part 3, but I will release them both today, as I promised, so that you, if you are colouring along, you get to finish the picture with me. So my apologies for that, but I'll let you go. So part 3 will be coming straight up. So take really good care of yourselves, guys, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.